Hello friends, welcome to Nigira Techies. This is our React JS Authentication series part 2, login screen implementation using JSON Server REST API. And this is the continuation of my last video. So in this last video, I have explained how to implement this registration screen using JSON Server REST API. So the same data only we are going to use in our login process. And here I have listed out all the steps. We can go one by one. So the first step is we have to design for our login page. So in our application, yeah, this is our component. Okay. So here first we can define our use state variable. So the first one is username and the function is username update. So the default value should be empty. Okay. The similar way I'm going to declare one more use state variable that is for password. Okay, this is fine. Next I'm going to have one function. So this is for proceeding our login. Okay, I just defined the function. Let me focus on the designing part. So next we can have one form. So in this form we can have one on submit event. So the event already we have defined. So inside this form we can define our controls. So our first control is for username. So let me see in this screen. Okay, it is fine. So the next one is for password. So finally we can have the buttons. Okay. I'm going to have one more button. So for this one I'm going to use this link option. For the new user, we have to redirect into our registration page. We almost completed our design, so we can see. Okay, okay, see now it is fine. Next, let me bind these use state variables into our 11 controls. So first, let me take this username. The steps are same only. The whatever things we have followed in our registration page, the same thing we can use here also. The same thing I'm going to follow for our password also. Okay, this is fine. Next, I'm going to implement this validation. First, let me check this username. Okay, so if it is like this, so we can change this return value into false. Okay, and also we can display one notification. Please enter username. Okay, the same thing we can apply for our password also. So here we have to implement our login functionality. Okay, so currently I'm going to have one console.log. Okay, fine. First we can verify our validation. See, we are getting this notification, please enter username, please enter password. Okay, if I'm providing some value, see, please enter password. Okay, I have to change the type. So anyway, so in this console we don't have any value. So if I'm clicking login, so we got this proceed text. Okay, so that means our validation is working fine. So now we can focus on our login functionality. Okay, for the login implementation, so as I mentioned, I'm going to use the same JSON Server REST API. So let me take the endpoint. Okay, so here I'm going to use this get by code method. Okay, so already we have this username. I'm going to pass it here. So this is the get method. So once we have this data, we can return into JSON format. So whatever data is coming, I'm going to put into the console. Okay, and finally catching this error. Okay, if there is any exception, we can show in this notification. Login failed due to the particular issue. Okay, the issue we will get in this error dot message. And in our db.json, so whatever data currently we have, let me remove it. I'm going to register once again. So the username is admin user, password admin. Let me submit it. Okay, registered successfully. So we are redirected into our login page. So we have the all data. Okay, here I'm going to open this console. So let me provide the same username. admin user, and password is admin. See, now we are getting this object. Okay, so that means we have the data. So in case if I am providing some mismatch data, so I am getting this empty object and 404 error. That means we don't have the data, correct? So here we can write on condition for checking this object, it is having any keys or not. The response dot length. So if it is 0, we are getting this empty object only. So that means the user not found. Okay. So we can say please enter valid user or else username. That is fine. Okay. And if it is fast, we have the data. Then we have one more condition check. So now username is matching. The next we have to match with our password, right? So we can take this value. I'm going to check whatever response we are getting. Response.password equal to in our current state password. Okay. If both are fine, so our validation is success. Else we have to throw the error message once again. So we can say please enter valid credentials. And in the success scenario, we have to redirect into our home page. Okay. So for doing this one, I'm going to declare this use navigate hook. And if required, we can provide the notification also for the success. That's it. So let me save this one. We can verify once again. Okay, we are getting this warning. Okay. So actually it should be use navigate. Okay, it's important. Okay, the issue got resolved. Now we can verify once again. See, initially we don't have any values, right? Admin user, and if I'm providing admin1, so please enter the valid credential. So in case if I'm providing wrong username, so please enter the valid username. Okay. Now I'm going to correct everything. It is just redirected into our home page. Okay. So let me go to the previous screen. Okay. So here we have this new user option. So if you are new user, you can go to our registration page. So once the registration is completed, we can come to our login page, right? And now I'm not yet logged in. So if I'm trying to go to our home page, it is allowing. Okay. So based on the authentication procedure, if you are not logged in, you have to redirect it into our login page. Okay. So that functionality we are going to implement now. So before that, let me change some design part in our home page. Okay. So currently in our home component, we don't have any designs, right? I'm going to have one div first. Okay. And let me include two custom classes in our app.cs file. So one is header and the next one is for overriding our anchor tag. Here I'm going to include two links. So one is for home and another one is for logout. Okay, let me save this one. Okay, it is somewhat fine. Okay, the alignment also fine. So we have these two links. So if I'm clicking this logout, okay, actually it's moving to register page. It's supposed to redirect it into our login page. Okay. Okay, it is redirected into a login page. Still without login, I am able to come to our home page. So now what I'm going to do, so in my home component, I'm going to use this use effect hook. Okay. So I want this should be executed only one time. Okay. And here I'm going to declare this use navigate hook also. And then in our login component, so we have this username, right? So once it's success, the username we can include in this session storage. So whatever value they are passing, that we supposed to use here. So let me take this key value. So in our use effect hook, let me declare this username. Okay. So session storage dot get item. I'm going to check one condition. If it is empty or null, we can redirect into our login page. Okay. So let me save this one. Okay. Now I'm going to our home page. Okay. So see, it is simply redirected into our login page. So I'm going to log in once again. Admin, user, and admin. So currently I'm in my home page. Okay. So if I'm moving to some other pages, even though this login page, okay. If again I'm coming to our home page, so it will be still active. Okay. Even I'm logged out, again I'm coming to our home page, so still it is working because our session storage is not cleared. Okay. For clearing this one, in our login page also we can use this use effect hook. The same zero dependency. So here I'm going to clear our session storage. Let me save this one. If I'm clicking this logout, okay, it is logged out. So again, if I'm trying to go to our home page, it is never go. It will redirect to into our normal user screen. Okay. So if I am trying to log in, it is redirected, right? And if I'm clicking this logout, so it will be logged out. So even this logout also we can move into right side. So anyway, I'm just changing this only. Okay. Okay, this is fine. So now we are in the end of the video. Still, if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box. And also please don't forget to subscribe my channel. So in my next video, I'm going to implement JWT token based authentication using .NET Core real-time web API. So stay tuned for my next video. Thank you. Thanks for watching.